They need to hold on going into this last game. Refs God and Mr. Savage, even though they didn't get the game they wanted, they're still sitting there in second, and the gap is reachable between them and Queasy. And so now, even with Tayson, 4-0, and Nate coming into this race, it is still a very difficult one to win.
Look, here's what I'm going to lay out for you. The worst game that Queasy, Trulex, and Juriki have had so far has been 10 points. So let's assume that's the same again. That puts them on 318, which means that Rescard, Andrea, and Savage, 4-0, Taste, and Nate will need to win the game, and Queasy, Trulex, and Juriki will need to have one of the worst or equally worst games they've had throughout today, when they are extremely consistent already, which is very, very unlikely in order for them to win. Watching Queasy, Trulex, and Juriki's early and mid game is going to be so critical, because if they go down early, it's an absolute open field for any other two. Potentially, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Reason Vidil, Noah Riley. If they win with a huge elimination game, which we've already seen them do, and the top three don't perform, which again is possible, they could potentially get in there too, but they could also get up into top three.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? We are all focusing on who's going to be the one to clinch first place coming into this last game. But of course, there are still stakes that need to be set in terms of looking at who can get top three. You want to auto qualify, right? So all those teams that, I feel bad for Sancho and Shire in a way, because they're going to have to keep a track of everything and let us know what's going on, because there is going to be so much riding on this final end game. Like, I just want to sit back now and just enjoy the action.
Listen, I just checked, okay? Queasy has just tweeted, "This decides it all. Good luck to all." Juriki, good luck, everyone. Good luck. They are aware. This is confidence coming into this game. Will they take it home? Will they be dethroned? We're about to find out, Fortnite fam. One final game in Europe. Sancho West, Shire Wager. Bring us home, boys.
3 teams, 1 dream, and the best reason to do it in, it's Europe. The last game, Sancho West, is on the line, and we're going straight in with Savage, Rescard, and Andretta. Second place, about 20, almost 30 points behind. Can they do it? Can they catch up to first place and triumph in the final game of EU?
There's only 4 words that can capture this moment. Good luck and have fun. This is the final game of the FNCS EU region. Will we have a new FNCS champion, or will Hen, Janice, and Chapix, I don't know, do the astronomical performance? But all eyes are on our top 3. Queasy, Refsguard, and Tayson all have a chance to win. And it all went down to the final moments last season. Will we get a repeat finish?
They have been the most consistent all throughout the day. You can see the stat on screen. The thing is, though, it's not about consistency anymore. They're on the catch-up. They were playing defense a majority of this tournament. We're sitting very, very chill in that first place spot. Now at second, they need to actually be proactive this game. They can't just stay waiting on low ground. Maybe play for height. Depending on where the zone goes to, that'll be been up in the mountains, been up in the sea. It gets crazy. Meanwhile, all of that. Trulex, they get 10 to have a good game no matter what. Every team right now in the lobby is preying on their downfall.
Essentially, their work has been a lot of trios back. They have a 24-point lead right now. If you want to keep tabs, you want to do the work with us, you want to do the math. Trulex and trios at 155 for the session. That means for the day. They're still locked in at 118. Third place right now is 118 as well.
So you're looking about 24 points difference between first and second. Third place right now is at an 11-point difference between third and second. Good luck doing math.
And in this final game, we pulled up an extra chair at the table. There are 3 teams neck and neck, close by, looking for that top tier first place spot. The champions of Europe, it'll be 4ZR, Tayson, and Nate rolling in 273 points throughout both days. They're also very, very close, but have to do so much and hope that Queasy, Juriki, and Trulex trip over themselves trying to clinch this last game.
Let's take a look at the Zone 1 that's been revealed. If you're sitting out there and you're a Queasy fan, they're on the bottom left of your screen, and they have to go through all of those South rotator players that are all out there that have been just clawing. They've been bruising a lot of people. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on as they make that treacherous rotation. And Shayo, Savage, Resguard, and Dreda, this is really close. This is a very winnable situation considering Zone 1 pulled away. Last zone.
Yeah, I mean, it's close to them, but neither team really pulled the zone into their domain. Everyone's gonna have to move a little bit, especially 4ZR all the way at 20 stands. Even Steamy Stacks, you see that white line? They have to eventually end up leaving this POI. They're on a timer, and they have to make sure their game is efficient.
But Gio, Noah, Riley, and Reason making a return back into the top 3. That's the only new team that are within the striking distance, within being that auto qualification as well. And this what a phenomenal performance for them, no matter what. It let them know that they could change their playstyle if for some reason the placement points or elimination points changes. They know that they could be aggressive, they could be that ball stall. But this is what's been so impressive throughout the day is Trulux, Queasy, and Jerky have been playing high. They were able to get their victory out when they had hype. How much of a runaway performance it would be for Season 6?
Yeah, I know the win on day 1. The positions they were in, you're absolutely correct. Like, they literally were dominant and no team could, in theory, really catch them. In reality, though, they definitely did get caught. Going back to walking ball, making sure everything, all the mistakes were fine. They came into this team with the fresh mindset. And now they have a huge lead on many teams. All they have to do this game is survive.
We already talked about a lot of numbers. Let me go use the big numbers that's happening here, but let me put a pause on that as our defending FNCS champions are in trouble. Lanute's trio here has put so much pressure on them. Now that Janice is in the right now, and that might be just enough to put us watch this happen from Slick's Mariah and Luna.
Both these players have such a history throughout these entire finals. And although Janice, Chapix, and Hen have been winning off spawn entirely, it might just be Chris who gets the last laugh. Janice on his wall, champions fall. Their run so far for the top 3 is over. Phenomenal though, contested for 12 games. They had a very good showing and will end somewhere within the top 10 or 15 at the end of the finals.
It's just something that when it comes down to this moment, again, 118. Keep an eye on that.
with hijinks happening at the ceremony. People are to interrupt. But once again, for these guys to lose their first place slot, they would have to go down before kind of the 8th or 9th zone. I don't see that happening, especially from this spot. There's no teams near them. No bow shots really hitting this big Guardian outpost. There's no chance that these guys flip up right now. As the game goes on, it will get scarier. Here's the team that wants to make it happen. Savage and Dreda, Refsguard, once again, 2nd place. They need to catch up. They need to win this game.
I was mentioning big numbers before. Let me hit you with those numbers right now. First place, $300,000. Second place, $210,000. Third place, $135,000. That's what's at stake here between the three. Not only that acts of champions, not only be able to put that social media post, not only to be able to make that video that's going to get thousands and thousands of views and your clout's going to go up because everyone's going to call you a champion. It's all about that life-changing money as well. And then you go down 4th and 5th, 6th, still thousands and thousands of dollars. That top 10 is going to be a threshold that you want to break, because if you break that top 10, Shayo, that's going to be $10,000 a piece.
You want to make sure you can catch up. The other thing on the line as well for every team behind the one on screen right now, Tayson, Forziar, and Nate, basically everyone from 4th place below. You get top 3 this FNCS, you're automatically invited to the next one to be inside the finals as well. So Tayson, Forziar, and Nate have their own gate to keep while they try to get further and further up inside the top 3. They have to make sure they don't go down and they get an auto qual all the way. You saw how rough it was for their season. All the qual weeks. Issues, errors, as well. They kind of fixed it up, but they had trouble getting all the way here. They look amazing today. Amazing right now, but they don't want to repeat the process.
Still, other teams that are in this match have a lot to play for themselves. We cannot forget about that all-star game that will happen later on. The top 15 will be able to get into that match.
We're looking for big qualifications on all sides. Queasy, Jerky, Trulex. In a little bit of trouble right now. These are the spots that you can't make mistakes at. And these are also the places where every other team who was playing normally might be slightly hungrier, understanding that, hey, we might need to get the top 10. I want to get to the upper portions of prizing. I might have to push the team in front of me that I usually wouldn't. Sun and Jules, a passive team, might make that choice, but no, with this defensive base, Queasy, Jerky, and Trulex will be fine. They're used to being free though. They like walking around. That's not going to be the case right now. And on Surge as well, they're just 18 damage above.
Yeah, yes, exactly what I was going to point out. Look at it. Both people that are in the top 3, just above Surge, and 10 players have to go down here very soon in the next zone. So every shot's mattering. They're going to have to get this important tags. Refsguard in the bottom right of your screen, armed with an infantry rifle. Doesn't get any connections, but look at the zone, Shayo. Zone 2, it's going to be another mountain finish.
Can't get nervous here on the Surge. I know it's just 18. It's half a tap.